There's something most people never fully realise. You're not operating independently. You're responding constantly to environments. Not just physically, emotionally, digitally, socially, energetically, psychologically. The room changes you. The conversation changes you. The people around you change you. The music changes you. The lighting changes you. The information changes you. And so the nervous systems around you change you. And most people never notice it happens. They probably think, this is just who I am. But often that version of them only exists inside certain environments. You ever notice how different you feel depending on where you are? Certain places calm you instantly. Others make your chest tighten before anything has even happened. Certain people regulate your nervous system. Others drain your energy before they've even spoken properly. Some environments pull clarity out of you. Others pull chaos out of you. And the frightening thing is, if you stay inside the wrong environment long enough, you start believing the version of yourself created there is your true identity. This is why awareness matters. Because if you do not consciously shape your environment unconsciously shapes you. And it'll do it slowly, quietly, repeatedly, until your reactions still start feeling automatic. Most people underestimate repetition, but the nervous system learns through exposure, not intention. That's important. You can want peace while exposing yourself to chaos every single day. You can want discipline while surrounding yourself with distraction. You can want emotional regulation while consuming outrage, fear, comparison, and overstimulation from morning until night. Eventually, the body adapts to the environment it experiences most often. That adaptation becomes normal. Then normal becomes identity. Right? And now we live in a world where environments are no longer just physical spaces. They're digital ecosystems. Your phone is an environment. Social media is an environment. News cycles are environments. Group chats are environments. Algorithms are environments. And many of them are engineered around one thing: attention through emotional activation. Because emotional people react more and reactive people consume more. So if you constantly feel overstimulated, fragmented, unable to think clearly, emotionally exhausted, there's a strong possibility your nervous system isn't failing. It's adapting. Adapting to an environment of endless interruption. Look carefully at modern life. Noise everywhere. Urgency everywhere. Comparison everywhere. Outrage everywhere. Everybody performing. Everybody signaling. Everybody reacting instantly to everything. Very few people stopping. Very few people observing. Very few people asking, what is this environment turning me into? Because environments carry emotional weather, and emotional weather spreads. You walk into a tense room, your body feels it instantly. You sit with calm people, your breathing slows without effort. That's nervous system entrainment. Human beings constantly influence each other. This is why one grounded person in a chaotic situation can completely change the emotional field of the room. And equally, one reactive person can destabilise everyone around them. Which means your environment is not neutral. It is training you every single day, either toward regulation or toward reactivity, toward clarity or confusion, toward intentional living or unconscious survival behaviour. And this is where things become uncomfortable, right? Because sometimes the environment affecting you is one you choose. Sometimes it's in your friendship group. Sometimes it's in your workspace. Sometimes it's in the content you binge every night. Sometimes it's in the relationship you stay inside. Sometimes it's in the identity you keep reinforcing. And people struggle with this part because they think awareness means blame, and it doesn't. Awareness simply means honesty. You cannot change what you refuse to observe, right? At some point, I started noticing that in myself deeply. Certain environments made me sharper, healthier, more creative, more emotionally stable. Others made me exhausted, reactive, dysregulated, disconnected from myself. And the fascinating part was, nothing dramatic even needed to happen. Just prolonged exposure. That's all it takes sometimes. Slow exposure, slow conditioning, slow nervous system adaptation. Like water shaping stone over time. This is why intentional environments matter so much. The music you play, the conversations you tolerate, the people you spend time with, the media you consume, the routines you repeat, the spaces you rest in, the thoughts you reinforce, the energy you immerse yourself in daily. All of it matters. Because eventually your external environment becomes your internal environment. And your internal environment becomes your behaviour. Then behaviour becomes destiny. That's why calm people protect their environment carefully. Not because they're weak, not because they're antisocial, but because they understand something most people don't. Everything enters the nervous system eventually. Everything. The body keeps score long before the conscious mind catches up. And here's the deeper layer. Sometimes growth is not about adding more. Sometimes it's about removing what keeps dysregulating you. Less noise, less chaos, less stimulation, less proving, less emotional clutter. Less environments that pull you away from yourself. Because peace is not always something you build. Sometimes it's something revealed. Once interference is removed. I think this is why so many people feel different near the ocean, or forests, or mountains, or silence. Nature regulates what modern environments dysregulate. There's rhythm there. Stillness there. Space there. The nervous system finally gets a chance to unclench. And suddenly people remember what clarity feels like again. So maybe the real question isn't what's wrong with me. Maybe the better question is, what environment have I adapted to? And is that environment creating the version of me I actually want to become? Because environment is never passive. It is always teaching you something. The question is whether you are learning consciously or unconsciously. The operator mindset understands this deeply. Protect your environment. Protect your inputs. Protect your nervous system. Protect your attention. Because attention shapes perception, and perception shapes behaviour, and behaviour shapes identity. And identity shapes the trajectory of your life. Most people try to change themselves while staying inside the exact same conditioning. Same noise, same habits, same emotional loops, same overstimulation. same environments. Then they wonder why transformation never lasts. But sustainable change usually requires environmental change first. Even subtle changes, a quieter morning, less screen time, better conversations, healthier routines, time alone, nature, movement, breath work, stillness, reflection. Tiny shifts repeated consistently. That's how the nervous system rebuilds. That's how observation returns. That's how clarity returns. The environment is always influencing you. Always. The question is, are you shaping your environment intentionally or being shaped by it unconsciously? Because eventually you become whatever you repeatedly expose yourself to. And once you understand that, you stop treating your environment casually.